Yo, what's going on, Guardians? It's Next Up Nova back with another Destiny 2 Season 18 video. And in this video, we're going to be showing you my day 1 raid ad clear build. So, starting off, this is going to be a 100% ad clear based build, not really focused on any survivability, mainly just focused on hard ad clear. So, we're going to be starting off with Osteo Striga, my #1 weapon in the game. This is my favorite primary weapon. I definitely think this is the strongest PvE primary in the game. I obviously pair it with Necrotic Grips. Necrotic Grips basically allow Osteo Striga to infinitely spread poison. This means that you don't even have to kill any enemies in an ad door. If ads spawn in an ad door, you only kill one ad and the poison keeps spreading amongst the ads. This is really strong in contest mode because the ads have more health, hence the poison spreads more. Next, we have Forbearance, the grenade launcher that I think is the greatest weapon in the game right now. So the role that I put on it, it is crafted. It has Chain Reaction, Ambitious Assassin, High Velocity Rounds, Hard Launch. And I usually use Major Spec in it, especially for the raid, but most likely also going to be using Taken Spec, since it is King's Fall after all. Next, I'm going to be using Storm Chaser, because it is an arc weapon, and I will show you why I am using Storm Chaser in a minute. So starting off with the mods, I'm using Bottomless Bounty 2 stacked twice. Reason being is because it improves the effect of Soul Drinker, which is the origin trait of Forbearance, hence making your health gain increase even larger. Now we have Melee Wellmaker. This is very strong because arc is very based on melees. Necrotic Grips, I have elemental armaments on, and then I just have grenade launcher loader just so I can reload my GL faster, obviously. And then armaments is great because whenever you get final blows with your GL or your heavy, since it matches the arc subclass that I have on, it has a very high chance to spawn elemental well. Next, we have elemental ordnance. Defeating a combatant with a grenade spawns an elemental well that matches your subclass energy type. This is also great because I'm going to be using storm grenades, which is really good for ad clear, so it's most likely going to kill a lot of enemies. Then we have double damage resistance. That's kind of the survivability aspect, I guess you could say. Very good arc and solar damage resistance, which is very good for King's Fall. So next we have linear fusion scav, obviously just for heavy, whatever. And then we have seeking wells, which is very nice. This is probably the most important mod because it does make the elemental wells go towards you whenever they drop. That way you don't have to run towards them. It's very good as they come towards you. On my bond, I am using Font of Might, and I'm using double utility kickstart because, you know, obviously you can get your rift faster. But I might end up running seasonal mods here and deleting this Recov mod instead. But Font of Might is very good because picking up an elemental well that matches your subclass energy type grants a temporary bonus to weapon damage of that same elemental type. So the reason why this is so good and the reason why I'm running Storm Chaser is because of this mod. So the Storm Chaser will do more damage after picking up an elemental well. You could also run elemental time dilation instead of one of these mods, whatever you think is most important. But yeah, I personally prefer Font of Might so that I can use my neutral game abilities to get elemental well. So yeah, Storm Chaser is going to be juice and damage. Also, Forbearance will have a bonus to damage as well, which is very nice. So I'm pretty much all around very strong. You could also run an Eager Edge Sword if you have Half Truths with a pretty good roll on it, since it is arc, so that'll probably help quite a bit. But yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into the gameplay. Okay, so here's the gameplay. We're in the preservation mission, just so you have a reference. So I'm going to be showing you how this works. So I'm preferring Arc Soul in this build, as a lot of people do actually really like the Warlock melee aspect for PvE, but I definitely prefer Arc Soul because it does give you that extra bit of ad clear that you need, an extra damage if possible, if needed on ads, especially maybe in contest mode. It'll probably be clutch just to have an extra bit of damage, since the new Arc Soul is pretty much just the buffed sentient Arc Soul without an exotic. So I definitely think that you want to be running that. Also with Forbearance, you're going to be pretty much just running around killing literally everything, generating ionic traces and arc elemental wells. So yeah, I think that there's really no issue with pretty much anything ad clear wise in this build. Obviously this isn't focused towards damage, it's mainly just focused towards ad clear and making sure everything in the room isn't able to shoot you, everything's dead, which is very important for a lot of encounters in King's Fall, especially including totems. Definitely the priority there. So what I want to explain here is this is only on Warlock, obviously, and I personally do not recommend running Osteo Striga on other characters, even with the Catalyst. And The reason being is because it's just not the best for, you know, quick burst damage. It's a sustained damage weapon, so not having that extra poison spread with the necrotic grips can really hurt the weapon. But I mean, again, if you do want to run the weapon, you know, all power to you. But I definitely think that Osteo is mainly a weapon that Warlocks should be running, whereas Hunters and Titans could run something like Dead Messenger and the Vow SMG or something like that. So as for the heavy with Storm Chaser, you do get that arc damage boost with the Font of Might mod. So with that, you're going to be doing a lot of damage towards majors, like bigger adds that are harder to kill. Which obviously the ogres in this gameplay are a good example of that. So yeah, in contest mode, pretty much everything is a major, it seems like. So you want to be focusing on killing those with your Storm Chaser when you get that damage boost, which will make it a lot easier. But if you combine it with Osteo, it does definitely help you quite a bit. And all the elemental well mods that give you a boost to, you know, pretty much how you can generate elemental wells helps out a lot. And the ionic trace aspect on warlocks pretty much just allows you to have amplified and elemental well generation constantly, which is huge. And I'm really hoping that this gets expanded on in the future. So yeah, that's pretty much the whole build. If you want any further explanation or any questions, be sure to leave it in the comments. And hit the subscribe button if you found this helpful. And let me know if you're not going to be on a Warlock, what you're going to be running on the Day 1 raid, and what build, what class, etc. you want to be using. And if you are doing the Day 1 raid, if you're excited for King's Fall. Alright, Guardians, hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Thanks for watching this video, and peace.